All right, you guys, we're doing 9.6 today. It's ellipse. So obviously we're doing translated. It's not at the origin. If you watched my parabola video, it's very similar. And if you're like, what do you mean? Meaning the same way that we did that, which is going back to the origin, getting the values, and then from the origin, shifting it. Okay, so if you paid attention to the parabola one, this should be pretty much the same thing. All right, let's just kind of review. So if you have an ellipse like that, right, we all know that this point is my center point. These 2 points are your vertices, which is our A, right? And then this is my co-vertice, this is my B value. And then, here are your foci. Okay, if your equation, just like we talked about yesterday with your ellipse, it's always going to be an x squared to start it. However, because we're shifting, it's now, here we go again, x minus h squared, so now it's going to look like this. Y minus k squared is just, now you have this. Hopefully that should be a review. We've done that so many times. Just like your circle. Remember, it's just like a circle, except an ellipse equals 1, and you have denominators. Make sure you understand that. Since my vertices are going to be horizontally, they're along your x. Remember, x squared starts it, and then b squared. HK center. Okay, and then let's go this way. So here we go again. I should have made that bigger, but oh well. Everything, so we have a center now of a shift. Okay, so what's up with this? So we have this. Here are our vertices. So here's my A. Now A is along the Y, so you guys know that. Whatever, I picked up green. So that's your focus. And then dot, co-vertice B. So for this one, weird the way I kind of did that. You guys know, again, here we go, x minus h, so it's the same thing, squared plus, I'm going to have you guys start it the same way. My y minus k squared, here we go, equals 1, because it's an ellipse, this. Now, where is your A is along the y. A squared goes here, B squared. So again, one more time, just to write the note, the A squared goes under the, we'll say the axis, whether it's X or Y, depending on the longer, we'll just say the longer line. It's not the best wording. I was just trying to give you guys a hint, but it's what we talked about yesterday. Obviously this is the longer line, so A is going to go under X. This is your longer line, so it's going to go under Y. Okay, so let's just get right to it. Hopefully this is a shorter video because I don't need to explain, but it is a little harder. So we're going to say identify key points. I'm just going to do identifying key points because if I ask you to sketch it, you guys should be able to sketch it. Okay, and I'll give you guys your steps again. So here's your first one. X minus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared. So again, it looks like a circle, but the fact that I equal 1 and the fact that I'm putting a denominator means it's an ellipse. Okay. So here, you guys like me when I do steps. Just like your steps for the parabola. What do you do first? The first thing we're going to do is rewrite without the shift. So what that means, obviously, write it without the shift, where it's at the origin. We talked about how to do that with the parabola. And we're going to say, and find all key points. The key points are your center, your vertice, your co-vertice, and your foci. So that's going to be step 1. Why don't we go ahead and do that before we even talk about another step. So here it is, x squared over 16 plus y squared over 9 equals 1. That's easy. Okay, here, this is a perfect example to review from yesterday. So here we go. Where's the larger? I want you to circle it. I'm gonna write, I like using different colors. I'm gonna write a squared there, and then that's a 9, wow. And then I'm gonna write, looks like an a, b squared there. Okay, so we're doing the same thing we did yesterday. So let's do center. I'm gonna do it in pencil. I love changing this because this is not my answer. This is how I'm gonna get the answer. So if the center was 0, 0, let's do vertice, co-vertice, and let's do foci. All right, so we have our a value already here. It's under my x. So we know it's 4, 0, and negative 4, 0. Co-vertice is gonna be 0, 3, because it's under the y. Hopefully, I'm going through this quickly because you guys should know this, okay? And then your foci, we have to find a squared 16 minus 9, so c squared equals 7. Again, we want c in this case, and it has to follow your focus, your vertex. So we have radical 7 and negative radical 7. Okay, those are not my answers. So step 2, well, just like we did when we did the parabola, find or state your real center, which is your HK, right? Use this point and apply to all values. I don't know what I want to say. And that's pretty much what your shift is. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do it in the pink. So what is my actual center? Here you go. Remember, give me the opposites. Your center is 2, 1. I'm going to highlight that. Why? Because that's the most important thing. Everybody is going to get that shift of 2, 1. So I got a vertice, co-vertice, focus. Look, all you have to do is go to everybody. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I'm telling you, if you follow, this is the easiest way I can show it to you. So your vertices, 0 plus 2 is 2, 4, and what's the other one? 2, negative 2. Right? Ugh, I did that wrong. Shoot. That was my co-vertice. I'm gonna have to change that, sorry. I just read the wrong one because it looks like a center is here, so sorry. So this one goes here, so let's try that again. 4 plus 2 for a vertice is 6. 0 plus 1 is 1. And then negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. And then 1. Just be a little aware, this is my vertice, I kind of messed that up. And then your focus, well, who cares if there's a radical? Watch how easy this is gonna be. All you're gonna write is 2 plus rad 7, comma 1. And 2 minus rad 7, comma 1. That's it. Here is your answer, the answers, and you want them all. Okay, and there are your points. If I ask you to graph it, obviously, let's just actually do a quick sketch of it, and then we'll just go on to the next one. Center is 2, 1. There you go, center. Let's do the vertices first. Vertice, let's say 6, 1, and then negative 2, 1. I'm just sketching it. Co-vertices is 2, 4, smaller. Co-vertice is 2, negative 2. I don't need you guys to sketch your focus. And there you go. Something like that. I know it's not really graphed the best. And that's it. That's how you guys do this. Okay? So we're going to do one more example just to review this, and then we're going to write our equations, and then that's it for today. Okay, so hopefully the second time is always your better time for a lot of you guys. So number 2, so we have x plus 3 squared over 4 plus y minus 2 squared over 25 equals 1. Okay, first step. Write it in standard form. So this is really x squared 4, y squared 25. Try not to shortcut it, you guys. I promise you it'll be so much easier. Okay, I'm going to highlight the larger number. So if that's the larger number, then let's go a squared b squared. Look how easy this is for us now. I mean, do pencil because it's not my answer. So what's my center? Center is 0, 0. Then vertice, co-vertice, foci. Okay, vertice is here, it's under the y, so you know it's x is 0, and then just put it in. Okay, co-vertice is here, it's under the x. Focus has to be follow your vertices, so I'm just going to put a 0 here just to get it out of the way. And then here we go, c squared equals a squared, 25 minus b squared, 21 plus or minus 21. So 21, negative 21. So easy. Okay, then here is my answer. What is my shift? Here you go. So my center is negative 3, positive 2. And then I'm going to go under everybody because, you know, I like this because I'm more visual. Okay, so what is my vertice? You have negative 3, 7, and you have negative 3, negative 3. I'm just do a blank. Okay, co-vertice. You have negative 1, 2, and then we have, wrong thing, negative 5, 2. Okay, foci. You have negative 3, 2 plus rad 21, and then you have negative 3, 2 minus rad 21, and you are done. This is the answers I want. Again, what I saw, and I'm going to do one, now we're just going to write the equations, but just to give you a heads up, what I've seen in the past is people did 100% I had someone take on an exam when they literally did what I did. As time consuming as it is, it gets you the right answer. I've had plenty of students to get the answers wrong because they're not doing this. You try to shortcut it. Try not to shortcut it. Okay. So the next one's a little bit harder to write the equations. I'm going to tell you, we have our 3 examples again because of 3 situations. If you get something wrong, it's this. This is your hardest part. Follow my steps. Okay, so we're going to write the equation. Okay, so these are definitely more challenging. So let's do the first one. I don't want to do that one. I want to do our foci, vertice, foci, vertice, foci. I don't know what I did, but okay, so here's our first one. It's weird what I did. I don't know. All right. I guess I didn't do co-vertice and vertices. So let's do, okay, I'm going to do a vertice or verts. Now I have to give you both vertices because my center is not, they're not going to be the same. So you have negative 1, 4, and we have 7, 4. And I'm going to give you a foci of 1, 4 and 5, 4. Okay, so these are definitely harder. Bear with me. Let's do them. Okay, so what is our... Hold on. Skipping around. Okay, so now the first thing, I'm going to put a big star here. Your first thing first. What do we have to do? Find your center. Why? Well, because the center is the HK. How are you going to start to write the equation of your ellipse if you do not have a center? So this is what we talked about in the beginning. Can't remember yesterday. To find me your center, you are finding me your midpoint. Here is your midpoint again: x plus x over 2, y plus y over 2. And we talked about your center. It's in the middle of everybody. I don't care which one you find. Okay, so step 1, my center. Okay, so here, what's your center? So step 1. So to find the center, again, I'm just going to take my, it doesn't really matter, your foci, because they're the easiest. I don't know, they're smaller numbers. So it doesn't matter, again, what you guys take. I'm going to go 1 plus 5 over 2 and 4 plus 4 over 2. It's a point. So what's my center? 6 over 2. So my center is 3. And then 8 divided by 2 obviously is 4. Now, that is very important. So step 1 is done. Next step, why don't we, as I've always told you guys, start to like eliminate, start to do like stuff to like get it out of the way. Let's start, I'm just having you guys start writing your equation. And what do I mean by that? Well, using the center, let's start to write that equation. So we know that that's your center. So we have x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 1, and then go like this. We'll worry about that in a moment. But I just think you guys should do that. Okay, then step 3. Step 3 is we need to find, A, B, or C values. Okay, and that depending on what we have in our equation and what we're gonna do from there. So how do we do this? You guys can visually do it. I like looking at your values. I highly recommend sketching to see it. And here, obviously you guys can always shortcut it. Here's what I mean when I say you guys should sketch. Sketching is going to help you. Okay, so watch, really simple. My center, again, you guys can see it from the coordinates, but it's fine. So your center is 3, 4. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 3, 4, here's my center. Now, my vertices are negative 1, 4, big V, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. Okay, first thing, stop. Since your vertices, you have to ask yourselves this, so make sure you're watching. My vertices are here. Your vertices are along the X. So that means go here. This is my A squared, and this is my B squared. Okay, so the question is if my center is 3, 4, and my vertice, I don't care which one, I'm going to do 7, 4. What is my distance from 3 to 7? My distance right here, this is important. A value is 4. Stop! Hold on. So if your A value now is 4, come here, what's this value? This value is 16. Okay. In this case, if you guys come back up here, what were we given here? And this all is what's going to depend. A and C. That's why I didn't do the covertice and vertice because it's too easy for this one, which I probably should have done, but whatever. Okay, so let's figure out our C, because that's how we're going to find our B. So what's our C value? Again, just plot one of them if you want. So my C is 5, 4. So here's 5, 4. So what's the distance from 3 to 5? So what does that mean? I know my C value, because you're going from 3 to 5, is 2. So now I have to sit here and find my B value. So C squared equals A squared minus B squared. C squared, 4. A squared, 16 minus B squared. Minus 16 divided by negative 1. What's B squared? 12. Stop and put it right there. These are what's going to be a little bit more of the challenging problems for us, because I told you that these are harder. Sorry, 1 second, stare at that. Okay, so sorry. No, now it's going to take a longer video. All right, so let's do another one. Okay, I'm going to do 3. Sorry, it's taking long. I had to stop a few times for the cat. Okay, so next one, I'm going to give you a covertex or covertices are at 4, 0, 4, 4, foci, 1, 2, 7, 2. Okay, so if you looked at your steps, let's just review. Our first step is to find our center. Okay, to find the center, remember, I don't care which one you guys take. Take whichever is easiest for you. Here, look, I'll use your co-vertices because they're smaller. So I got 4 plus 4 over 2 and 0 plus 4 over 2. So what's my center? 4, 2. Really important. I'll just mark it now. I can go on the garbage. So if that's it, now let's start writing the equation. X minus 4 squared plus, just again to eliminate some thinking, y minus 2 squared equals 1 here, here. Okay, we could say that was step 2 to write that. Now step 3, actually I'll put step 3 here. Step 3, I told you I would sketch to find the values. You guys can figure it however you want, but instead of kind of going through it and saying this and that, I recommend you guys sketching. So my center is 4, 2. It's also visual. So here's my center. So now I'm doing co-vertice. Well, what letter is the co-vertice? B's and C's. And the foci, sorry. So if that's your center, let's plot 4, 0. So here's 4, 0. Okay, so co-vertice. And if you want, you can go 4, 4, co-vertice. What's this length? This is, okay, so here we go. This is my B. Now, your B is which way? Up and down. So that means my B is along my Y. Jot this down. B squared, A squared. Okay, now let's find our B value. So where are we at? Center is 4, 2. And here, look, you guys can, I don't care which one you guys use, 4, 4. So from 2 to 4, my B is 2. So if B is 2, put this in 4. Okay? So then, obviously, you don't have an A, so we have to find our C. So where is our C? So I'm going to plot 1, 2 for my foci. And this is the C. So this was 1, 2. So what's my C value? Okay, you're going from 1 to 4. And again, if you guys see it, you're going from 1 to 4. In this one, you were going from 2 to, I don't care, 4. You know, I don't know how you guys want to do it. So what's the distance from 1 to 4? C is 3. Okay, so let's do our formula. We got C squared equals A squared minus B squared. We got 9 equals, I don't know, minus 4. Add 4, what does A squared equal? And stop, 13. Put it in there, and now you're done. It's quicker, obviously, the second time around because things are explained. I talk too much, I know. But these are hard. All right, let me do one more. If you want to stop your video, obviously now, you can stop the video now. It's not a different scenario. I didn't give you vertice and co-vertice because I guess it was too easy. I don't remember. But I don't want to waste more time and look at another video or look for more examples. So let's do this. One more example to hopefully solidify it. Obviously, if I gave you your vertice and your co-vertice, well, you can just find the values right away. Right, you find the A, done. You find your B, you're done. Okay, so here we go again. First one, center. I don't care which one you guys do. I'll just take whatever because it's right above me. 3 plus 3 over 2 and 5 plus negative 1 over 2. So we have our center is going to be 3. So that's 4, 2, 3, 2. Okay, so here we go again. Step 2, let's start writing that equation. Hopefully this is becoming a little easier. X minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 1 over. Okay, so what are we given in this problem? We are given our vertex, which is our A, and we're given our foci, which is our C. I recommend you guys doing your sketching. Okay, I'm going to plot 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here is my center, and then we have 3, 6. all you really need to do is one. So I'm just gonna do one of them. So there's 3, 2, there's 3, 6. Okay, so vertice is which way? Vertice is along the y. So I got an a squared and I got a b squared. Put that in your paper. Okay, so you're going from 2 to 6. So my a is 4. Well, that's easy. There you go. You got your 16. Okay. Now let's plot our foci. So our foci I'll do 3, 5. So foci, and again, everything comes from the center. So this is my B. So if you're going from 2 to 5, my B is 3. So here we go. We got our C squared equal, I was not paying attention. C, I went into my own world. C is 3. So we have our C squared equals A squared minus B squared, C squared, 9, A squared, 16, minus B squared, minus B divided by -1, so B squared equals 7. Put it right here. And you're done. Okay, hopefully you guys didn't think it was terrible. I do find it a little more challenging, but as long as you are following my guidelines, I think they're helpful. I hope that you guys think they're helpful. All right, you guys, I don't want to keep you any longer. Hope the video was good. All right, bye.